Hi everyone, this is Dr. Praveen S. Patel here. Today we are going to talk on abscess. So what is abscess? It's a localized collection. So here, I have drawn a photo, a picture of the arm here. So this is a swelling. So this is nothing but a localized, not the generalized. So it's a localized collection of the pus. Okay, and in a cavity which is lined by the granulation tissue and covered by the pyogenic membrane. So what is the granulation tissue, what is pyogenic membrane, we will discuss later. And this is the definition of the abscess. What is that? Localized collection of the pus in a cavity lined by granulation tissue and covered by the pyogenic membrane. So when we consider the abscess, there are four kinds of abscess. One is pyogenic. Pyo refers to pus. Pyemic abscess, pyogenic abscess, pyemic abscess, metastatic abscess, cold abscess. Pyogenic abscess means wherever there is an infection to this area, so there will be a localized collection of the pus will be there, that is called as pyogenic abscess. Pyemic abscess means the infection will be in the bloodstream somewhere else in the body or in the whole body, but whenever through the circulation that infective emboli come and get shelter in somewhere in any other part of the body, so that is called as pyemic abscess. Metastatic abscess means the abscess will be somewhere and it will spread into adjacent structure and there will be a collection. So if here there is the injury, the infection may come and get shelter here and there will be a collection of the pus. So these kind of abscess are called metastatic abscess. And another comes, that is cold abscess. Cold. So all the abscess have the symptoms of inflammation, that is calor, rubor, dolor, tumor. So these are the cardinal features of the inflammation. So these inflammatory changes will be there in the all three abscess, that is pyogenic abscess, pyemic abscess and metastatic abscess. But these features usually absent in case of cold abscess, so that is tubercular abscesses and all. So tubercular abscess are the example for the cold abscess. So whenever there is inflammation, so the vascularity will increase to that area and the permeability of the tissues also will increase. Permeability of the cells also increases. So the exudate comes out. So it comes in the form of exudate, which is rich in proteins. So when we look into the cavity of the abscess, it looks almost like this. So the outermost layer, as I told, the exudate which comes from the cell, which is rich in protein and fibrin. That fibrin get protein exudate causes fibrin deposition, which forms into a pyogenic membrane. So this layer, the outermost layer, is nothing but the fibrin membrane, that is fibrin deposition. This is called as pyogenic membrane. Pyogenic membrane. The next layer, this is a granulation tissue which appeared on the pyogenic membrane. So this is a granulation tissue and this is nothing but loculi. So these are loculi. So the content which is there inside the loculi is nothing but the pus. Hope you understood the thing. So because of the inflammation, protein comes out from the cell and fibrin also comes out, and fibrin form the pyogenic membrane and the granulation tissue will develop, and these are the loculi. Loculi which is having the dense pus within it. So whenever you open the abscess, so you have to break these loculi either with the sinus forceps or with the introducing by the finger. The advantage of introducing the finger is, rather than the instrument is, you can assess what is the depth of the
cavity
and how the cavity it is, and you can feel it. The instrument can't feel the softer tissue or firmer tissue, so that we can feel by the finger. So we have introduced the finger, we have to introduce the finger and break these loculi. So then only the entire cavity will become clean. So lysosomal enzymes released by the macrophages and polymorphs causes liquefaction of the adjacent tissue, and that will cause the accumulation. Then how the infection spread? As I told while explaining the pyogenic and pyemic abscess, so it can spread by the direct infection. So the infection may directly enter into this part where the abscess appear. So that is called as direct spread. Haematogenous spread. Haematogenous spread usually appears in pyemic abscesses. So through the blood got infected, there is a emboli, infective emboli, and wherever you take shelter, so there will be appearance of the abscess. So that is haematogenous spread. Third one is lymphatic spread. So if there is a direct infection here, and that infection may ascend along with the lymphatic channel, and it may take shelter somewhere else. So that is through the lymphatics. And the extension from the adjacent tissue. So if this is an injury and infection may go there adjacent tissue, so and take the shelter here. So these are the infection spreading modes. Then what are the organisms which are causing the infection? So one is Staphylococcus aureus, which is commonly seen, and Streptococcus pyogenes, and gram-negative organisms like E. coli, Pseudomonas, Klebsiella, and sometimes anaerobes bacteria also cause the abscess formation. So what are the clinical features we get? Fever with or without chills and rigors we may get, and localized swelling which is fluctuant. So fluctuant means whenever you touch, whenever there is a fluid, whenever you put a pressure on another side, the fluid which is present inside, it may fluctuate onto another side. That is called a fluctuation test positive. So this fluctuation will be there in the most of the abscess. Localized swelling which is fluctuant, and point of pus will be there. So at the prominent part we may see a prominent pus point. Throbbing pain will be there, browny induration around, and inflammatory signs like rubor, that is redness, dolor, that is pain, calor, that is warmness, and tumor, that is swelling, and functionlessness. So loss of the function will be there. These are the cardinal features of the abscess. Investigations for the pyogenic abscess, the routine investigations are sufficient, and treatment is Hilton's method of draining. So wherever you want to drain, so that has to be prepared with the antiseptic solutions and draping, and afterwards we have to aspirate it. So aspirate the content just to see what is the content in it, and it also helps to assess the depth, at what depth the pus it is collected, and afterwards along the line of neurovascular bundle we have to take the incision. So afterwards we have to introduce the forceps, sinus forceps, to break the pyogenic membrane of the abscess. As soon as you open the pyogenic membrane, so with this adequate incision, so pus starts coming out, and either with the instrument or with the finger, so you have to break the loculi which are present inside, and wash with the normal saline or antiseptic solution, and keep the pack and put the dressing. So the incision is called as, this is method is called as Hilton's method. If this is the abscess, and when you take the incision and this tissue is non-viable or already got infected, then you have to make a cruciate incision, and after adequate drainage, then you have to cut this tissue. So afterwards it becomes an incision like this. So this is called as cruciate method of removing. When the tissue is very unhealthy, then we can go for this method. So in the description I'll give you the link of both the method used for the abscess. So if you want to see, you can go through that link. So one is at the nape of the neck, I used this method, that is cruciate incision I have put, who is a newly diagnosed diabetic patient. And another method, that is Hilton method, I have shown on the thigh abscess. So even that link also is there in the description. So friends, this is all about the abscess. If you find this is a worth value seeing or spending a time in my channel, then kindly subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon and forward to the needed people. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. So if you would like to follow me on the Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, then the link is there in the description. Thank you. Thanks for one and all.